Coming up in this episode, NRL scores and scorers, as well as Super League scorers and scorers, and also two halfbacks being rumoured about. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Anyway, I'll begin by saying that yesterday I spent the day with a back spasm in bed, so that's why I weren't available, I'm afraid. I am sorry about that. But to make up for that, I'm going to do a quick catch-up episode of the Super League games, a couple of stories, short ones, and then we can go through the results of the NRL games that I've played so far. So, without further ado, let's begin with the Super League. So with the first game, we see that Salford beat Castleford Tigers 42 points to 10. As Salford ran riot against the Castleford side, who were looking to back up their victory against Leeds at Magic, but were brought down to earth thanks to Salford's blast, the tries, by the 54th minute. Rhys Williams, Chris Atkin, Dion Cross, Ken Seo, Tim Lifey and Sam Stone. Williams and Seo with pairs all went over for tries, while Mark Sneed kicked over 5 conversions for the 42 points. In response, Jason Carey and Kenny Edwards were the try scorers for Castleford Tigers. Gareth Widdop was the only conversion of the Edwards tries. We now come to St Helens versus Wigan, as Saints come out victors 34 points to 16. Joe Batchelor, Tommy Makinson with 2, and Jack Wellesby with 2, as well as Ignatius Passy on the 48th minute, were the try scorers for St Helens. Tommy Makinson kicked over 5 goals. Jai Field, Bevan French and Abbas Mitski. Mitski's try is a late consolation, were the only try scorers for Wigan, and Harry Smith got 2 conversions. We move on from that 34 points to 16 victory for St Helens to Lee Leopards, as they became victorious again and provisionally moved up to 3rd with a 28 points to 16 victory over the inform Hull FC. O'Brien, Briscoe and Charnley with 2, and Mellor on the 79th minute were the try scorers for Lee, as well as Hardacre kicking 2 conversions and 2 penalties for the 28 points. Hull had Swift, McIntosh and Griffin to thank for their tries, while Liam Sutcliffe took over conversions from Jake Clifford, who was injured from the game, and kicked over 2, which means that the Clifford injury might cause Josh Charnley to sit down for 2 games. Those were Friday's games, and now we move on to Saturday's games, and we start at Warrington, as they were put to a close one against Huddersfield Giants, and a Matt Duffy try on the 62nd minute was the clincher for the wire. Sam Cassiano, Josh Thulis, George Williams and Dan Walker went over for a try apiece before that Duffy 62nd minute effort. Stephen Ratchford kicked 5 from 5 for the 30 points. Huddersfield put up a much better effort than what happened in the last game. Jake Bibby, Leroy Cudjoe, Kevin Nagama, Teo Farge and Tui Lolohea went over for a try apiece for Huddersfield's 26 points. Russell only converted 3 of the 5 tries. Those 2 conversions were the difference between the games. Huddersfield fought back but were just come up short, 30 points to 26. And finally, for the 5th game of the Super League 6 games, we come to Catalan's Dragons, as they beat comprehensively Hull KR 38 points to 4 to keep up at the top of the table. Equal footing. We'll come to what it is after we give you the release results at the end of the weekend, probably tomorrow. Anyway, Catalans had Matt Whitley to thank for 2 tries, Tyrone May, Mike McMeekin, Tom Johnson and Arthur Morgs got a try apiece, while Morgs kicked 5 from the conversions from the 6 attempts. Sorry. Yes, 5 from the 6 attempts, I was right first time. Arthur Morgs and Adam Kieran got a penalty apiece for the 38 points. Hull KR had a solitary Ryan Hall try to thank for their scoring. So before we do the NRL scores and scorers, I have a couple of transfer rumours and stories that connect with each other. And here's how. First, news came out of West Tigers as they have been rocked with the news that their halfback Luke Brooks is set to leave the club at the end of the season. According to the Australian Associated Press, the halfback has declined the latest offer of a new contract with the club, while rumours have circulated, even through this channel, that he has been of interest to Super League clubs. Though Leeds is not the destination, as head coach Rowan Smith has declined that they're in for the player. Off contract at the end of the season, Brooks, who was offered a new deal by the Tigers according to various media outlets, but cannot accept the terms on offer. While the rumoured deal presented to Brooks has been disputed, it is believed it's approximately half the value of one expiring at the end of this year, and could have been for 2 or 3 more years. Off the heels of a dramatic turnaround in form for the now injured fullback. It is something Tigers chairman Lee Hadjipentelis has confirmed, telling the Sydney Morning Herald that the deal was not acceptable to Brooks, who will now test the market. Although the Tigers haven't necessarily shut the door on the idea of retaining Brooks. Hadjipentelis said this to the Herald on Sunday. Luke rang Benji himself and communicated to him that the offer made by the club wasn't acceptable. We believe that we have made what we considered it to be an attractive offer, managed in accordance with the salary cap expectation moving forward. Luke's perfectly entitled to accept or reject the offer and test the market, which he intends to do. The offer made by the clubs have been formally rejected, but that doesn't necessarily mean the door is shut. If Luke or his manager come to us with a proposal, it will receive the proper consideration. Brooks has spent 11 years with the Tigers, never being able to guide the side to the finals. He holds the almost unwanted record as the most capped NRL player to never play in a finals game. That leads us to the ongoing speculation around Mitchell Pearce, as the Catalans Dragons playmaker has been rumoured about as a transfer target for the West Tigers at the end of the season. There is though a new spanner in the works when it comes to the Tiger side, as new rumours have Pearce getting admiring eyes from another NRL club, that being the former club of Pearce, the Sydney Roosters. The ex-Origin star has played for the club previously and has 309 games under his belt, and now the Roosters, according to the Daily Mail, want to bring the halfback in from France. But in March, most of the talk was of the Tigers targeting Pearce in a whopping 1.5 million Australian dollars 2-year deal. While the connections with the West continue, as his father Wayne played for the club, but with the new rumours of the Roosters intending interest is quite amazing, to be fair, as he has a checkered past at the club since 2016. Back. Let's end the episode with the NRL results for the weekend, with one game left to play. I'll go through the table with them, because there's not much going to happen with the result between the Eels and Bulldogs. Bulldogs can't go up any further, and the Eels only join the teams above them. They won't go above them without a big win. So Still one game to go, but hey ho, here are the scores and scorers from this weekend so far. We start on Thursday as the Gold Coast Titans beat the West Tigers 28 points to 12. AJ Brimson, Cleese Haas, Jaden Campbell, Tino Fasamalawi and Philip Sammy were the try scorers for Gold Coast as Tane Boyd kicked over 4 conversions. David Clemmer and the young wing fullback Jareen Bula went over for the West, while Brendan Wakeham converted 2 of the 2 from 2 basically. Following the Titans win, it was the Warriors who came away with the 2 points in Canberra as they put on 36 points to Canberra's 14. Watani Zalesniak went over for the try on the 32nd minute, as well as Nickel Klugstad on the 43rd, before Ale scored his first try in the NRL, with Metcalf, Egan and Johnson all scoring tries. The Watani Zalesniak try off for Johnson's kick in the corner is a wow of a one. If you get to see it on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere like that, please do. Kick to the corner, he's landing and he's got about an inch of space for him to put down the ball and he gets it in that mark. Brilliant, brilliant. Johnson may have kicked 4 conversions for the day, but Adam Pompey Pompey got 2 of the conversions as well, as Johnson went off for a little bit. Jack White and Josh Papali'i got tries apiece, with Jared Croker kicking 2 from 2 in his 300th game, and also got a penalty on the 35th minute. Next we come to the Manly Sea Eagles versus the Dolphins, and Manly put on a show as they ran in 58 points to 18 victories over the Dolphins. Manly had Saab, Garrick, Tom Travojevic, Lachlan Croker and Kohler to thank for their tries. Kohler got 2 at the end, with Ruben Garrick kicking 9 conversions for the 60 points. The Dolphins had Jermaine Izako, Hammer Swords, Haboai Fidel with 2 tries for their 18 points, while Izako kicked 3 from 3. We now move on to the Saturday results, and we begin with St George Illawarra Dragons 36, South Sydney Rabbitohs 30, and it was bookended by 2 hunts, Ben and Jaden, that St George came away with the 2 points in the NRL table. Ben Hunt started off the scoring out for St George before Michaeli Ravalawa went over for a try. Jacob Little, Jaden Sewer, Michael Molo and Jaden Hunt completed the scoring for St George with a try apiece. Zach Lomax kicked 5 from 6 and a penalty for the 36 points. We had Richard Kennock getting his 2nd try for South Sydney Rabbitohs to open the scoring for the game. Dion Kolomatangi, I will get that out eventually. Jacob Tass, Lachlan Elias and Campbell Graham scored the tries for the Rabbitohs. The difference again was the kicking, as Blake Taft kicked 3 from his 5 attempts at the goals. But St George came away with a win, 36 points to 30. We move on to the Broncos as they won another close one, 24 points to 20. It was Selwyn Cobbo with 2 tries, Picora and Reynolds with a try apiece, while Reynolds kicked 4 from 4. While it was Dom Young with 2 tries, Kalen Ponga and another Croker on the 55th minute. Who's this one this time? This is Matt Croker with the try for the Knights. I don't think they're all related, but hey ho. Jack Hastings got 2 from his 4 attempts at conversions for a Broncos win. That sees them topping the table still. And we close off Saturday with the Roosters being defeated by the Panthers 30 points to 6, as the Panthers look to have their momentum back in their team. Stephen Crichton went over for a try, as well as Dylan Edwards, Isaiah Yeo, Brian Tuttle and Isaac Tago went over for a try apiece as well. Crichton, who took over from the absent Nathan Cleary, took over the kicking and kicked 4 from his 5 attempts. Yeah, I got that right. James Tedesco and a conversion from Luke Keary were to thank for the Roosters' points. Then we come to another big result as Melbourne put 54 on Cronulla as they could only respond with 10 points. Kami Kamacha, Warbrick, Grant with 2, Xavier Coates with 2, King, Smith and Hughes with a try apiece were the benchmarkers for the Melbourne team. Meaney kicked 2, 4, 6, 8 conversions for the game and also a penalty for the full 54 points. In response, Cronulla had Wilton and Mulitalo to thank for their tries. Nico Hines, who was hoping to be the number 7 for the Blues in game 2, only converted 1 of his 2 attempts. So we do know that there's one game to go with the Bulldogs versus Eels playing tomorrow morning, and I'll bring you that result in tomorrow's episode, with the Panthers now riding the top. Broncos in second on points differential, the Storm, Rabbitohs and the Sharks are next in play, with the Storm moving ahead of the 2 behind. The Warriors join the Rabbitohs and Sharks on 18 points, and also the Raiders. The Raiders move down a position due to their defeat. The Seagulls move on to 17 competition points with their victory, and the Titans join the Dolphins and the Roosters on 16 points and move above them in the table. The Knights move down after hitting 15 points, with the Eels, Cowboys and Bulldogs either not playing or yet to play, with West Tigers and the St George Illawarra Dragons at the bottom of the table. But now the Dragons' victory gets them on equal footing with the Tigers. And with that, that's the end of the episode, so thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates or new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are on today's episode in the comment section below, as it's open for business and you, me and Dupree can all talk about rugby league. Yes, you see all the changes in the background to my background adornments, as well, see the post next to it that was holding those pictures, those shirts up, and the connector has fell off, so that's why they're hung like that. Getting it all sorted out, and hopefully a few more rugby league shirts to go with them. Anyway, tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below, but please be civil in all the Discord, and I will again say thank you so much for watching, and please remember to share this video worldwide. Press that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, as it doesn't cost you anything to do so. I will end the episode as I always do by wishing you all the very best, so please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.